Like they're Washington talking right now.
I'm his buddy, his artist, his everything.
I am the coolest motherfucker. Wow.
Real.
Now who the coolest motherfucker? Wow.
Real.
Now who the coolest motherfucker? Wow.
Real.
Now who the coolest motherfucker? Wow.
It's been real.
I am the coolest motherfucker. Wow.
Real.
I am the coolest motherfucker. Wow.
Real.
Now who the coolest motherfucker? Wow.
All right, what's up? We got my man ARP up in the building talking about Lifted Soul.
Mr. Real, that's a bar, man.
That's what's up. Yeah, you know what they call you, right?
The co-owner of Urban Entertainment.
But besides that prestige title, assisting real priorities as you come up. I remember being the first. I text you, I said, you got the juice now after that last event. How you feel after Rap Breeze?
I'm very, very appreciative of the response and the impact of that event. The battles on that card, all of the battles on that card, of course, including Mook and Verb. So it's a proud time. It's a proud year. You know what I'm saying? We definitely always been real proud of our platform and all the time and effort and the brick by brick mentality that we put behind it since we launched the channel 2013. But shit, to get to 2018 and be so impactful, have so many eyes on us, have the most impactful event, the most impactful battle. I even think it's the only million view battle in 2018. Not that I've ever really been big on a million view battle, you know what I'm saying? But the impact of it, you know what I'm saying? And we're even seeing a new wave, like, fans are requesting the celebrities that are coming in and set this up. But how about bring this person for a return? Like there's a return wave now that is spawning off of RBE. There's just so much energy, eyes, and celebrities and whatnot that this last event created. It's just a proud year for us. So salute to all the fans, all the supporters, everybody involved in RBE, not only since we started, but of course in 2018.
Gotcha, man. And congratulations as well. I like to see hard work pay off, and you guys definitely work hard for that, man.
Thank you, man.
I want to give you like some personal account of your last event. I purchased it knowing I was going to be out and about, right? And yeah. I gotta see this. I gotta see this King Los versus Head Ice event. And I'm on east side of Atlanta, driving in my car. I pull over between a Metro PC and a Church's Chicken. I just park right there. I never lost signal. I had perfect clear quality and saw the whole. It just in my car, AC on in the ATL. And had no issues, man.
That's sick. That's sick. That's sick, man. It's funny because me and Arsenal was joking when Arsenal told me he was flying in. The event wasn't sold out yet, and we wanted to hold the spot for him, of course, because he put that call in, and that's Arsenal. That's the homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then after it sold out, I think he told me that he was coming with his manager or something. And I was like, man, we got to be careful with these numbers right now because technically we're at capacity, numbers-wise. Of course, the day of the event, a few people might show up, swap spots or whatever, might be able to get a few extra people in. But technically, as for the numbers, we're at capacity. You know what I'm saying? And Arsenal was joking. He was like, man, listen, if I'm out there, somebody won't buy my ticket, I'll sell my ticket for $500. I'll stand outside and watch the shit on my cell phone. Like, I'm a hustler. That was just a funny shit from Arsenal. It just showed us somebody like Arsenal that's flying in from out of town to see this event, you know what I mean, and support this event. And, jokingly, he's damn near willing to off his ticket and just stand outside and cop the stream. And that shows us the power of taking our company and our brand and battle rap in general. We're not the only platform that does it around the world via pay-per-view. We went from lunch tables to corners to parks, to small venues and studios, to all-out venues dedicated to live performances, now to live stream around the world. It's definitely blowing up, and everybody that's been a part of battle rap and helping it grow and playing their part, whether you're a fan or somebody that's in here actually putting in work, is a part of this time right now. It's a big time for battle rap, so it's just what it is, man. We got a live stream coming up for November 3rd as well, so stay tuned for that.
Oh, yeah, we definitely going to get into Lifted Soul 5. And segueing into that, I always try to teach people, it's all about the relationships you build. how important to your success and to, you know, I can say right now off the top of my head, general admission promotion for the reduced price is sold out, stage for promotional price is sold out, and the VIP is sold out. The regular VIP for Lifted Soul 5 is sold out, right?
I think as I looked at it the other day, I think I tweeted it. I think there's literally one more stage pass that's available, and I think, like you said, VIP is sold out. So after the last stage pass sells out, there's only going to be general admission left. That's it.
Wow, that's pretty good. So how important is Drawn to this?
Extremely important. So important that we used it to prove a point for the Rare Breeds called our biggest event ever and the biggest event of 2018. And that's not only because we kicked off RBE in the Drawn building, you know what I'm saying, but RBE, whether people want to accept it or not. And when I say people, I'm not talking about the general fan, because there's a lot of smart fans out there, especially people that's been following battle rap all these years and following RBE all these years. They're very familiar. We see the blogs, we see the comments, we see the tweets. People are well in the understanding of what I'm about to say. But there's no taking from RBE that we are right in the middle of creating the conversation of room size. You know what I'm saying? Once upon a time, you know, room size was a bragging point in battle rap, where it was like, if your venue isn't 800 people, if it's not 1,000 people, if it's not this amount of people, you know, you're small time, you're weaker, you're lesser. And that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's times when people sell their products based on the numbers, and numbers don't lie. I get it. But at the same time, you know, we definitely took appreciation in the environment that Club Drawn helped us create and deliver the style of battle rap that we was approaching. And that was to concentrate on quality as we came out the gate. Concentrating on quality within an environment that created a setting with a crowd and a platform that promoted it in such a way and put themselves out there with such an energy, like myself, trying to be professional, trying to be humble, and show people like, yo, we could all just enjoy this as common folk. You know, you put all that energy in this whole formula together, and we started pumping out these great classics, and they didn't necessarily, you know, have the biggest names in the world on them. You were seeing classic battles from a JC or a Big Cannon or Moneybags or a Sire Boy, and the list goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Room size became more and more and more a topic. You know what I'm saying? Now you fast forward through all of that, and, you know, we've stamped that on our timeline. We stamped our claims around, you know, how that has helped battle rap, and we've seen many platforms start to create small room series and question where they put certain cards and certain battlers. That conversation set, locked away, is done. We move on to continue to do what we do and be innovative. Fast forward to the Rare Breeds event that just went down August 18th, headlined with Murda Mook and Averb. We had a lot of people saying, you got Murda Mook returning after 4 years. Why would you put that in a place that has a capacity, a standing room capacity of 300 people, which is Club Drawn, the place that we've been in since day one?
Yeah.
And we try to tell people it's because we're attempting to do what we've been doing since day one, which is make sure that these two guys are in an environment, in a setting that is RBE-like. It's the reason why some of y'all early on grew to love us. The environment, the presentation, the style of it, it all came together in a formula where we said, we're going to take one of the best guys ever, which is Averb. We're going to take one of the biggest names and one of the best guys ever, which is Murda Mook, and we're going to put him in that environment in this RBE style and try to generate a classic and make sure that fighting a crowd of 1,000 people, because we want that money, that door money, you know, doesn't disrupt us. And I'm not trying to say that we could have sold 1,000 tickets, humbly speaking. You never know what those guys, the rest of the card, could have sold. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But the formula was to concentrate more on making sure that money-wise and financially, so that people don't think I'm bullshitting, is made on the stream. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And take the amount of money that we can put on the door, you know what I mean? But make sure that we don't sacrifice that formula that I'm talking about. And now look at that battle. You know, it was delivered like that and had that type of energy and that type of crowd participation because of the conversation that was created years ago by RBE, which is room size.
So we're going to get into this a little bit later, but I want you to take me through all this nervousness, all this hard work, all this pre-planning. when Mook and Verb is coming on stage, you are a league owner. You need this to go well, but you also are a fan of battle rap too. Like right when they come on stage and you don't know what they're about to say, what's going on through your head? Your whole event is on this, but you also a fan too.
You want to know what's so crazy? As you ask that question, that's a great question. I'm thinking about it now, which means to me that I didn't have any set thoughts like, damn, how is this right here going to turn out, or what's going to happen with this? And that's because I think at this point for myself and RBE, it's kind of routine.
Yeah.
It's kind of routine, and although it's a battle of some of the highest magnitude, you know, that we see occasionally in battle rap, you still have to treat it like it's a battle.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna take certain formats or certain ways to promote it. You know, you're gonna put the extra care on it to make sure that it's delivered the right way because there's a lot riding on it. That's so obvious. But at the same time, as far as going through the motions of putting these two artists on stage, getting them into the whole swing of what's involved production wise, the cameras, tested out, the audio tested out, them mic'd up, everything situated, you know, mic checks and all of this. Well, that shit just it's like it comes and it goes because it's just routine for us. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
are you relaxed when like they like Verb spit, like Mook spit is round, Verb spit is round, so you know the mics and everything working, and they just battling, and you there's nothing else. I mean, the venue going straight, so you in fan mode. There's nothing else for you to do. Are you relaxing at the moment?
No. It's not that there's nothing else for me to do, but that stuff just comes so natural. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, for example, you know, I tell people all the time, being a league owner or being a host or being both at the same time, it's still a job within a job. If you're a league owner, you're still paying attention to the investment. The investment includes so much. For example, in the footage, you'll see me call out somebody that was bootlegging.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That,
yeah. Yeah, so there was word from, you know, we have people that watch our streams from home and whatnot. They're working with RBE, including, you know, the streaming platforms, all the shit going on inside the venue, outside the venue. And word gets to the stage, word gets to me, I got the mic, and then it's like, I got to call it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's work. There's times when in so many battles that's on the RBE channel, you don't see me looking at the battle. You might see me looking in the crowd. I'm looking to see if people's holding their phones up too long, and I got to call them out. I got to ask security to maybe remove them. You know, if somebody's heckling too much, if I got to ask the crowd or somebody in VIP or the VIP section to please, you know, chill out, you know, calm down on all the talk. You know, you see times when Verb is like in the middle of rapping and he goes, hey, to me, control him. And real quick, in a moment, in the middle of his bar, he's asking me to pay attention to the entourage behind Mook. And then I got to ask them respectfully, hey, fellas, you know, don't try to get too involved with the battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all of that is work, but it just comes in the fucking moment. It comes in a moment. You know, if we're taking time out to take Murder Mook's chain off, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the production crew is helping them with that process and everything, and then they're doing a quick mic check and all that. Low moment in the crowd. Let me hop on the mic. Let me talk to the crowd and see how they feeling right now. You know, y'all getting y'all money work. That's just hosting side of things.
Forever working, never end.
Yeah, then you got the security aspect. You know, I might see Mook push Verb once, then push him again. Then I might happen to see Verb's eyes and mannerisms change a little bit. Like, I don't like this anymore. Then he might do the strong one where he pushes him like in the stomach. Then I might see Verb try to slap Mook's hand away. Now I know it's at that point. It might be at a moment where I need to be the first in to try to make sure I separate them because I might be closer to the battle than the security guards, or, you know, I might be more sharp in that moment than the entourage that might want to grab their guys and say, yo, don't fuck your own money up. You know what I'm saying? So it's security, it's technical on point, it's hosting on point. But for me, luckily, and with the help of the crowd, with the help of the fans, with the help of the team, you know, it's all become part of the just normal process. You know what I mean? Of being up there and being an owner and a host. You know, it's part of it. It's part of the job.
Gotcha. So I want to get into Lifted Soul 5. And, of course, I feel like bloggers, all kind of battle rap media, from the interviewer, analysts, you know, like Jay Black and Champion, we are the segue between the fans and you guys, the league owners and the battle rappers. So I ask everybody. I ask other bloggers. I ask the battle rap fans. What do you want me to ask ARP? One of the top things that came up was 2 words. Avocado back.
Yes.
Avocado back. Cool. So y'all got that. Avocado is back. So we ain't got to worry about that anymore.
Shout out, but also let me please extend that, because I'm a guy that loves to make sure that everybody that's working these different jobs within creating this moment of November 3rd gets their recognition, whether it's before, during, or after. And shout out to Rapmatic. Rapmatic, some of you guys maybe have seen them interviews out there.
Yes, I know.
You know what I'm saying? To me, it's one of the best looking blogging / interview platforms out there. An extreme amount of quality. That and Champion, has huge quality, where you're seeing multiple cameras interviewing, camera switching, editing, graphics, HD cameras. Sometimes Rapmatic, rents out YouTube studios to shoot in. Amazing platform owned by Q Butter. See Q Butter at all of the RBE events. He's one of the lead production guys for RBE. He's partnered into RBE, and we're glad to have him as a part of the team. And big shout out to Avocado and the whole Ruin Your Day team. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're behind a lot of the quality and how battle rap looks on some of these streams for King of the Dot, URL, RBE as of recent. So those 2 teams will be in the building working hand in hand again for Lift Soul 5 coming up November 3rd. But big shout out to both those guys, Q Bud and the Rapmatic squad, as well as Avocado and the Ruin Your Day team.
Definitely shout out to Rapmatic. The link will be in the description so you guys can check out their work as well too, man. Want to get into this card too. So the full announcements that we know of, we got Ill Will versus Calico. Definitely we're gonna get into J Mills versus K-Shine. You have announced Gems with no opponent, and you have announced QB but no opponent.
Is this live?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the whole card.
Okay, so if I were to guess on one of these battles, could I get an exclusive acknowledgement right now?
I'll give you the whole card regardless, because you John Rhines, you've always been official. I fuck with you as a person and as a blogger. And aside from that, the rest of the card is going to be released within a few days anyway.
All right, got you, my boy. All right. The one guess I know of, because of my love, always dying love for female battle rap, regardless of what's going on in the industry, QB versus Shuni.
That is correct. We are taking what people say is the 2 most disrespectful females in battle rap, and they are facing off. I'm not sure if it flew under the radar, but we're going to do our best to remind people that battle has history. It might have flew under the radar for certain people. I've spoken about that battle in interviews and blogs before. Shuni has spoken about that battle in blogs and interviews before. QB is well aware of the energy between them as far as possibly facing off. And the fact that we haven't had a female battle on a card in quite some time, you know what I'm saying, to get QB back on, who is somebody that we love having on RBE, has the one of the biggest battles on the RBE channel, the King of Disrespect versus the Queen of Disrespect, her versus Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? And to get her back on, and to get the debut of Shuni the rapper, somebody that we haven't had the opportunity to work with before, but she's had RBE on her mind. It's even in some of her interviews, and like I said, we're gonna remind people of the history the same way we've had her on our mind for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even go a few events back, and I remember back DMing Shuni and inviting her and Farrah to an RBE event, throw them on a guest list. And I said this in interviews before, to build, because we're looking at those 2 ladies and saying, like, man, it would be sick to get them on RBE, whether it's a 2-on-2 or 1-on-1s or whatever. Continue to expand some of the people that have yet to touch RBE that we have a lot of respect for and would like to get on the platform. So fast forward now, it's just perfect timing. It's perfect timing. We haven't had a female battle on in a minute. We get QB back on. We get the debut with Shuni. and the battle just makes so much sense, being that they both get described as disrespectful females in the game. So I think, and this is no slight to Shuni, you know, but I got to stand behind our previous promotions and our previous battles that we've done. You know, to us, QB has the queen of disrespect crown in female battle rap, and that's why we promoted her versus Arsenal like that, the king versus the queen. That's our opinion. But if she has the crown, and if Shuni gets often called somebody that also is a very, very disrespectful female, if not one of the most in the game, and now they face off, to me, from a promotional standpoint and just a reality standpoint, that crown is on the line. That title is on the line. Yeah. You know, so there's a theme within that battle that I hope people grab onto. I don't know if this is how those two ladies are going to write. You know, that's on them, how they deliver their rounds. They might go completely left on just some angles or bar out. Who knows? But I see that as the two top disrespectful women in battle rap finally facing off on a sick card November 3rd. So we're looking forward to that. Shout out to female battle rap.
Shout out to female battle rap, man. And are you aware right now, with you being like basically arguably the top battle rap league out, that the fans are looking at RBE as the sole platform of QB? Like when they think of QB now, they're starting to think of RBE. Like she's gonna do something there. Are you aware that that's what's the vibe of the culture?
Yeah, and I think QB has put in enough work on RBE where, you know, once you work with somebody like that,
yeah,
and you have a big work together, like big battles, and especially if there's a strong level of respect between that artist and that platform, that person tends to be a mainstay on the platform.
Gotcha.
Now, and then people start to interpret that as that's their home league, or that's, you know, a shooter on that league and that platform. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, QB, she came over here, and her first battle over here was a classic. It was the best female battle of that year. What was it, 2016? Her versus Official. You know what I'm saying? That was the top female battle of that year. And then after that, we go on and we have her in a one-rounder versus Show Off. That was a sick showing. She hopped in for a cancellation last minute, put something together, and her Show Off had a good one-rounder. After that, you're talking Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, motherfuckers is like, QB, just stay there.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just stay there. And we appreciate that. We appreciate that. We build with people a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to segue that into another topic if you don't mind. But that's one beautiful thing about RBE. We've maintained that approach and that sentiment since day one. That battlers should have all the luxuries that a home league and loyalties would provide. You know what I'm saying? They should have all those luxuries because that's the reason why we're all here.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're really contractors. And there's really no such thing as a league in battle rap. I could explain further, but I'd rather people just use their thinking caps and understand that we're all platforms. All right? If anything, we're all within one league and we're all teams, if anything. But there's no real fully functioning league within battle rap. And if you got to break down all the things that makes a company a league or entity a league, just go do the research and realize that we're all platforms.
That's so going to come in handy during the end of this interview, but go ahead.
There you go. But said that, you know, we provide all the luxuries that somebody can have, even though we could be a home league and you could be a shooter, so to speak, but full support to still battle anywhere, do anything you want.
Yeah.
With no hate, no jealousy, no attempts to stop, block, any of that. Like, we just have never been like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could do Rich Dollars, Cortez, Sirius Jones, Goods, all of these, whoever.
Yeah.
With gyms, and then, you know, he can get called by King of the Dot for DNA or Loso, and we're gonna drive over there or fly over there and stand behind him and support it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or same thing with Oops, or same thing with Big Cannon or Jay Murder or Mr. Mills or Craig Lamar, or most of these guys that end up on different platforms. You know, Jay Murder probably has at least 10 battles this year. You know what I'm saying? People call him an RBE shooter. Also, all his own business, his own accord. You know what I'm saying? And when it's time to get back on RBE, we try to make a classic. And I'd love to see the game continue to evolve in that manner. You know what I'm saying? So that somebody like QB can continue to reap those type of benefits. You know what I mean?
I don't think you have to worry about you at a nice place right now. You ain't RBE ain't going nowhere, so QB in a nice place as well too. Quickly before we go on to the next unannounced battle, you know, on the strength of being completely biased, on the strength of keeping it all the way 100, you keeping your ear to the street. You know who QB's personal rivalry is, who she got the biggest disdain for, right? That would be an awesome battle, right?
You might say Bonnie.
Bonnie too, yeah, this thing. But I'm saying like some little blows came, and nobody could get them to battle. I mean, on some straight bias.
Are you sure you don't mean battle again for the rematch? Because then you would be talking about Misfit.
I'm talking about
40.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you said blows. Actually, yeah, because I was actually there at the Vlad event when those two ladies got into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm fully in the loop. Like I said, I was there for that, and the whole thing with 40. Shout out to 40. You know what I'm saying? We had 40 on versus Quantum Physics, and I was glad that RBE was able to get that battle for 40 because when we hit 40 up, it was about her. It was about who we going to get you to battle. And Quantum Physics was her idea.
Yeah.
You know, 40 told me straight up, she said, Quantum is a guy I always wanted to battle. We was like, really? So then we reach out to Quantum. We're able to situate him, get him 40, get 40 Quantum. And then we look at it like, yo, this can potentially be, you know, one of those superior bar for bar lyrical battles. You're talking 40 bars, arguably the best pen in female battle rap. Quantum Physics, arguably one of the innovators for a lot of stylistic things that are in battle rap and one of the best pens in the game. This could be a classic here, you know. And I know your association with 40 bars, which is why I'm willing to delve into this, and I normally stayed away from this. But that battle, you know, it really, really deserved more. I think overall we didn't manage that battle. When I say we, I don't mean RBE, but I don't think that battle, you know, should have gone down like that. You know what I'm saying? I can give you more details, you know, off camera because I don't want anybody to feel slighted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say RBE and 40 bars needs to try again the right way.
Oh, no doubt. I'm quite sure that'll happen easily, my brother.
Yeah.
And
we need to try again, hopefully, the right way, because 40 bars is one of the most talented female battlers that the game will ever see. And I think that battle just went the way it went, and it was tied to a few things that we could all discuss behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And then that kind of deters everybody from coming back to the table and saying, yo, you know what I mean? Like, this is how you feel, this is how I feel, boom, 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 boom. Let's work, because we got so much respect for 40 bars. And if she wants to be on RBE, you know, she may not want to, but if she wants to be on RBE and there's a battle for her that she thinks makes sense and that we can pull off, it's just another possible classic that we could all deliver to the fans. So shout out to 40.
Shout out to 40. We definitely gonna do that, man. We talk behind the scenes and get that situated. But right now, the most controversial blogger / battle rapper by the name of Gems has been announced. And you ready to go ahead and say who his opponent is?
Clean paper, finally.
Clean. Oh man.
I've seen some advanced trailer footage, and they're saying that the third time is the charm.
Oh man,
you ain't playing. Charm, man. I mean, all right. The first time they were supposed to battle didn't have anything to do with RBE. I'm not sure if I even know all the details to that. You know, those two guys could talk about that, because once it's announced, I'm pretty sure the promotion and talk and the buzz and the controversy will start. The second time we was involved, you know, we all know that battle didn't happen on Pearly Gates 1. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, you know, there was a little controversy between RBE and Clean. You know, Clean and I personally got on the phone, you know, and he hit me to some things, you know, at some reasons why, you know, unfortunately he wasn't in New York for that battle. He hit me to some stuff behind the scenes. And we was willing to, we was all willing to just let it go. Clean side, RBE side, we was all willing to let it go. You know what I'm saying? And then fast forward, it's like, look, man, we could make this up as a mystery event or a mystery battle on our biggest event ever. Put clean paper on our biggest card ever. You know what I'm saying? Versus J400. I mean, that was booked for 3 rounds. It turned into 1 round. But we was glad to have Clean back in New York, take the stage, and then also we get J400 on, who hasn't been on the platform in a second, you know, because he had a 2-on-2 that was scheduled that didn't happen. You know, the card before that on Pearly Gates part 2. So it was an opportunity to get Jay back on after missing his battle. You know what I mean? So we felt it all worked out, you know, and Clean, he came through, he put on, and y'all will see that battle dropping before we get to November 3rd. So y'all can see not only J400, salute to him, but also see Clean in his most recent RBE look, how he's up there looking in the drama environment. But now, this is a different scenario. Yeah. You know, like I said, I pre-saw some of that trailer footage, and, you know, Clean saying things like this. There's no politics. There's no this. There's nothing holding holding me. There's nothing going on despite what anybody might have heard. Any false or true accusations, there's nothing stopping this battle. We going. You know what I'm saying? We going. And, you know, on Jim's side, you know, for him, you know, it's the 3rd time that he's there, ready to go. You know what I mean? So I don't see why, you know, we would have anything in the way this time with me knowing the things that was in the way the last time we had it booked, or some of the last issues that was tied to it. I don't want anybody to think I'm insinuating Black Ice Cartel. I'm not. Okay, I made that clear. I'm not insinuating Black Ice Cartel at all. Shout out to Black Ice Cartel. Shout out to Dope. Because if I leave it vague like that, people have those guesses because I called them out before. You know what I'm saying? So let me clarify that for everybody. But yo, this battle right now at this point could also lead into other things. That's why I want to make sure that Jims and Clean know that this situation is really bigger than even just this battle. We already are looking at things for Clean. We're already looking at things for Jims after this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think they should take full advantage of the fact that the fans have been waiting for this moment to finally see those two face off and see what they're going to say to each other. And then after that, hopefully we create a classic. And then I'm sure you're going to see those guys back on RBE pretty soon for something else that's like, but we have planned for, like, we have one battle that we like to do on our next call for Clean. I didn't even tell Clean yet.
Okay. Do you think having something, telling them about their future with RBE, do you think that helps to stop a melee? Like, we all just saw the pay-per-view with Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, and the rivalry built before that got it so heated that something, you know, spilled out after the fight. You know, I even though Shuni and QB go to those depths, it's never personal, even though it sounds personal. But with their history, do you think setting down a future plan for both battle rappers could help stop that?
It could be, but it shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. That shouldn't be the reason why we stay professional. Yeah. I think anybody at this point, if you look at RBE's track record, you know that if you come on RBE and you put on, all we're going to do is get into business again. Yeah. That's it. There's more looks for RBE to make with you, and there's more money for you to make with RBE. That's our track record. You know what I'm saying? You come here, you put on, you make the fans say, yeah, we want to see this person on. That's where we're at this point. You know, people are saying, I don't want to see this person or this battle on that platform. We want to see that on RBE. You come over here and you do that, you just give us all the reason in the world to just set up the next situation. You know what I'm saying? It's if you're a battler, you already know this. You know what I'm saying? You pay attention to stuff. So you don't want to have to put the carrot in front of somebody's face to say, hey, listen, if you do this or you do that, you know, you're going to, because then people start to feel like they're getting lied to or bullshit or promised things, you know, false promises. There's a lot of league owners that have, you know, empty promises out there. I know of them personally, 1 million empty promises. So me and Shota could do that all day long, where we could sit and not play checkers, play chess, and say, this is the next 3 battles. If this person, he doesn't have to win all the battles, or she doesn't have to win all the battles. She just has to have a good performance, and it might lead here. Or I just got off the phone with Ill Will, talking to him about what we want to do next with him, because that conversation has just started behind the scenes. He didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't know that when we set up him and Calico. I didn't dangle that in front of his face and say, yo, if you take this Calico for this situation, for this numbers or whatever. No, we set up Calico. Me and Shota's already behind his back talking about this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And when the time is right, we try to pull the person in. Hopefully it all lines up. You know, that doesn't have to be any different for Clean. And you got Gems. Sharon hits me up DM, I think last week, asking for Gems.
Wow.
I didn't say that to Gems.
Yeah.
I wouldn't throw Sharon's name out there and lie on him. You know what I'm saying? Sharon DM me last week, say, what's up with Gems? Like, let's set it up. You know, that could happen. You know, another battle that I think people might want to see out there for Gems is Pat Stay. You know, let him have, you guys, Tay-Rock battle coming up. Let him have that moment, finish that. Maybe after that, you just never know. And same thing with, I don't even want to say the Clean shit, because that right there, somebody would jump on.
Save song.
Like, I know there's certain things I can say that it can't go anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? The Clean shit could happen somewhere else. I don't put it out. No, go ahead.
No, I won't stop your flow. Only thing I wanted to get on record was I want to know just from the history, when was this settled? Like, you guys are locked in for the battle, so we know, like, just prep time on Gems versus Clean Paper.
Shit, what's today's date? Today's
10th.
The 11th.
11th, yeah.
Oh man, at least 3 weeks ago.
Awesome.
Minimum. So you're talking. I mean, we rarely, unless something happens in the middle of a situation where something needs to be changed, or somebody has a situation where, I mean, like Heavy Half. I mean, like Heavy Half had a legitimate situation why he had to miss a show-off battle, and we still supported him because we understood the nature of what was going on with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that unfortunately happens. Like, life is still life. I mean, so you might have to make a quick switch up.
Yeah.
But if it's not a problem that's being fixed, we normally got over a month plus for people to get booked and situated and know their date and know what's coming up. And who are we kidding? You know, 80% of artists out there don't start writing when they get their contract and their money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, we've had classics that are admitted to for being written like the day of, the day before, the week of. You know what I'm saying? Like Math said, like, one of his rounds, if not almost his whole battle for Chilla, was like written last minute and shit. And that's a classic battle. You know what I'm saying? I know of situations like that on RBE. You know what I'm saying? I know people that take, you know, months to prep. They're just those type of writers. I know people like Adi Boom, Free Adi Boom, that can write and remember a battle in a day, damn near. Like, people don't understand, like, that guy's born with a talent. They don't know that Adi Boom could literally write and remember 3 rounds in a day.
You know what else they don't know?
What's up?
They want to know. I got 3 top things. One you already answered, Avocado. You got to know the other question is Boom coming back on here?
On this card?
Yeah.
No.
No
not.
Boom on this one. All right, so we got. I'm gonna say that the last one is 3 questions, but yeah, that's one of them. Everybody, and when I say everybody, I'm talking fans, bloggers, everybody. That's one of the biggest ones. Where's Boom and when he coming back? Yeah,
and lately in interviews, when I'm asked about Boom, like, if people see like the mystery battle that turned out to be Clean Paper versus J400, and people's like, yo, that's Adi Boom, and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I've stopped letting that be a mystery in interviews when people ask, like, is Adi Boom? And reason being is because I take serious the situation that he's in. At first, it was cool because we're like, man, we just keeping his name alive, which is what we're gonna do anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it just became a little uncomfortable for RBE to be out here and letting fans assume like that might be Adi Boom. It'd be one thing if it was like, you know, he was free and he was like, bet you that's Adi Boom. You know what I'm saying? But the man he's in an unfortunate situation where he doesn't have 100% of his freedom. I don't want to play with that. You know what I'm saying? And to answer the question of Adi Boom's status, Adi Boom is still in the halfway house. It's not like the four-wall situation where he was in an all-out jail, you know what I'm saying, regular jail, regular prison, you know what I'm saying, locking in every day. He's out of that, you know what I'm saying, earned his way, spent enough time, earned his way into the halfway house now where he has more privileges. He's able to work, he's able to go outside a little bit, but there's still, like, for lack of better words, geographical restrictions.
Yeah.
He can only do so much. You know what I'm saying? He's not back home with his family yet. That's when, even if he comes out, you know, and he still owes time, but even if he's home, it could be an Angleberry situation. It could be a, you know, you can't leave the country situation or whatever. When he gets back home, you know, I think that's the more situation where people are looking forward to. He's not there yet. He's not there yet. He still has to wake up in a place that is not home. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's his current situation. It's not the more brutal reputation of regular prison that he was in previously. So I'm happy to let the fans know that. I want people to stay positive about that. That Boom is in a halfway house, and it's a more relaxed and cooler environment to be in, even though you don't have all your freedom. We'd rather be all the way home, but shit, we'll take that instead. So when he's out of that, he's able to move around, we'll know it. We'll be seeing him, you know, pop up in pictures and interviews and blogs and at events and possibly on stage, even though that's not as important as being with his family.
Yeah.
But we'll know it when he's home. Trust me. He does have access to the internet occasionally. He even hopped on Twitter recently. You know, if you saw Adi Boom tweeting from his Twitter, I think it was like a week and a half ago or something like that, it was really him. It wasn't. It was really him. Every once in a while, you know, he's on Twitter. He's catching up on battles here and there. When I'm on the phone with him, he's asking me what battles he should catch up with right away. You know, what's the classics? You know, what battles are coming up? What cards is coming up? You know, but he's not there yet.
Gotcha. So we know Ill Will versus Calico. We now know Gems versus Clean Paper. We now know QB versus Shuni, and we know J Mills versus K-Shine. Any other battles?
Yes, shout out to the 1SK battles. There's two of them. I'll let Lawrence announce those though.
Okay.
Shout out to Lawrence, always constructing the 1SK battles.
Shout out to Lawrence, man.
Yeah, there's two on there. You know what I'm saying? Up and coming guys. You know, we like giving new faces the opportunity to be caught up in the whirlwind of these highly visible cards. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go watch the intro to Mook versus Aver, you know, when the battle starts and it's going through the intro, you know, that battle's like 1.3 million views at this point. You know, you see Spanish Harlem in top 10. You know what I mean? Some people may never heard of top 10 before, maybe never seen Spanish Harlem before, but they go their faces right there. You know what I'm saying? So even that within itself is on purpose by RVE.
This is a nice segue because one of the fans' questions was, you know, without having like a, you know, some platforms got an underleague for new people. They wanted to know, how do you choose? How do you go about finding new talent? New talent comes to us. It's the thing about a bunch of platforms are in this position. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to sound like, oh, RBE is so big, but we've earned our way into a position where I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but we don't even have to look for talent. You know what I'm saying? Talent is coming to us every day. Yeah. Via DM, via tweets, big homie, check out this footage, DM, whatever. Old people's always hitting us up, you know, and sometimes I get to check shit out myself. Sometimes, like, oh, Lawrence, check this out. I'll shoot the footage. Lawrence, like, this guy looks good, man. Oh, he's doing his thing, you know, consider him. Because we don't step on me and Shot as the coldness. We don't step on Lawrence's toes for the 1SKs, you know. You know, Lawrence has a lot of respect within RBE. He has power within RBE. And the co-owners, myself and Shot, they treat him as such. Yeah. There's no names. There's no hanger-ons. We don't... None of that corny shit within the team as far as the people that put the battles together. People that put the battles together, that's myself, Lawrence, and Shata. Anybody outside of that has different responsibilities that can remain faceless, or you might see him at events or whatever. But he has all that power. He makes all those decisions. As far as like an underleague, though,
if we created a whole nother platform, which I would rather stay away from, you know, it would be a time thing though. We'd have to have more time dedicated to Ribbit Entertainment.
I don't agree with that though. You know, I don't agree that you should even do it because I think one of the things that's making RBE boom is that when you make an announcement, when you make a card, is always big. There is no step back and do a minor card or step back and do a let's reset card. It's just here come RBE with the shit again.
And that's why I say it would have to be a time thing.
Yeah.
Because if we did it, I'm not a huge fan of it, but if we did it, we would have to say like the type of schedule that you see right now from RBE, we wouldn't want that to be altered at all. We wouldn't want that to be touched. We wouldn't want that to be no sacrifice there, so that, you know, if we come down real quick and have a 3-week promo, you know what I'm saying, or something that we put together fast and say we got these 10 new faces or whatever, come check them out for a free event or however we did it, you know what I'm saying, a free stream or whatever. Vote on who's the best or whatever. We're gonna put them on the next card. They got Jay Mills and K Shine. There's so many ways to do it that could be beneficial to RBE, beneficial to the fans, more entertainment for them, beneficial to a lot of up and coming battlers, so we could share our platform and visibility to them. You know what I'm saying? But once again, time is of the essence. You know what I'm saying? Time. And we happen to be some of the owners in the game that aren't able to apply even 30% of what makes us money in our regular lives to battle rap. I mean, and that's the scary thing for anybody that has an issue with RBE. You know what I'm saying? Like, God forbid we did this full time. You know what I'm saying? But that's not us. Will that day come? Who knows? But right now, you know, we put the time and the effort into RBE that we can. We work hard. We dedicate ourselves to anything that we lock into. If we say, all right, November 3rd, this is what we want to do. We locked in as much energy as possible. We're going to do our job. You're going to get all your editing, your promo, your trailers, your face-offs, your press conferences, and me blogging, me doing interviews, social media. You'll see all of that happening. You know what I'm saying? But people got to understand, even that is only like 30% of our time. Because when it's time to pay the bills, you know, the lights is on in this room. I don't require or I don't count on battle rap to keep these lights on. You know what I'm saying? This laptop in my hand, I'm on an Wi-Fi internet connection. I don't count on battle rap to pay that internet bill. You know what I'm saying? I would love to, because I love doing battle rap. That would actually be a luxury. I don't want to come off like that. Some people just, they're scared to like admit that they battle rappers, for example. There's no shame in the fact that we have created a battle rap based company, and we've built one in 5 years that is watched around the world, consumed around the world. I take pride in that. I'd love to do this shit, this company that we built full time, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't. But if we did, you would see a lot more things of RBE, including stuff like that, possibly. Even though I'm not a big fan of it, I think that there's ways we could do it that would be sick. It probably wouldn't be traditional, because we always come up with innovative ways to do our own shit. So,
all right. Well, I want to use the pride in battle rap to segue into the big thing everybody want to know about, which is Jay Mills versus K Shine. And the reason I want to open this up with pride in battle rap is I personally feel, just me, if you're gonna come from mainstream rap, then even if you got some history in battle rap, but we know you as a mainstream artist, I want you to go against our top. And RBE has been influential with putting them against our top. The last time you did King Los versus the King of the Dot Crown Champion, he got to prove himself, and he did quite well. Now we got Jay Mills coming back for the first time against a guy with the most consistent record. He don't matter. He don't care if he battled on the tiniest of tiniest league or the biggest league. He is consistent in his craft at coming strongest at people.
Sean,
how did you get this to come about, as far as reaching out with Jay Mills and K Shine?
Before I get into how I made it happen, if I could just double back on your previous comment about, you know, the warm up not happening. Los, you come back, you get in the ring, you got the King of the Dot champion. Shout out to King of the Dot. You got Head Ice. Jay Mills, you come back and battle up, you step your foot back in this arena, you got K Shine, somebody that's killing right now. Let me comment on that. People gotta understand or remember, but just apply the thought to the fact that that is day one RBE. It's just been in a different form, and the form of that has been a card, a style, and a wall that we are the leaders in breaking down, which is blood, sweat, and tears. We came into the game screaming, doing interviews and blogs. It's all documented, of saying like, how come only the elite versus the elite? You know, why we got this tiering structure that's fucking up battles, and saying that, oh, this can't happen because you're bottom tier and I'm top tier. We screamed to high hell about that, and then by the time we got the blood, sweat, and tears one, and then shout out to the battlers that performed and helped us deliver that concept and make the fans and the battle rap community believe in that. You know, fast forward, you see battle rap, the whole culture, you know, you see so many blood, sweat, and tears style matches and even full concept cards that have happened since then, you know, and the whole thought behind that is, if you nice, you nice. But at the end of the day, respecting somebody enough to throw them in the water with the sharks. If they drown, they drown. Same way battlers say, if he die, he die. Mm-hmm. We say, put him in the water with the sharks. If he drown, he drown.
Lift his soul.
It can happen. It can happen. But we're not scary to the point where we're gonna say, we're gonna book Jay Mills, but let's give him this tester. Fuck all that. fuck a warm up. Fuck a test. You know, like, you're gonna see a Big K versus a Show Off, or a Show Off versus an Arsenal, or Jims versus a Verb with money on the line, or a Mook versus a Verb, and people were shitting on Verb at first.
Yeah.
Or King Los, you know what? Hey, at first it was Daylight.
Yeah.
You know, like, shout out to Daylight, you know, but at first it was Daylight. You know, another lyrical killer, a certified veteran that touches that stage and knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that warm-up shit, man. You have to have the guts to believe in your shit and your booking in the first place. And I'm sorry, but there's another key element that people don't understand, or they're not thinking of, even though they might tweet the platform and ask them, how about this warm-up? The fucking battler ain't taking no warm-up prices. All right? And they also have too much of a profile to take a warm-up situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like a celebrity being scared of taking a full-time job. They don't want to get seen in the mall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept for, this man had hit records that were played around the world on tours with Lil Wayne, and Ghost wrote for this person. And even if you scratch his industry ties and the things that he's done, you know, with mega stars, you know, even if you scratch that, if you just look at him from a battle rap standpoint, it's a grown-ass man with morals and pride. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, I'm the first battle a lot of fans have ever seen. You want me to come back now after all of these years and do a 1SK?
Yeah.
With respect to the 1SK? Like, no. I don't even think that the artist is down for that. You know, if Jay Mills calls me right now and says, hey, look, man, I want to do a warm-up, but since it's a warm-up, you know, just give me $1,000, I might entertain it. All right? I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so they don't want warm-up money. I don't even think they look at themselves in the mirror and see that they need warm-up. They believe in their own talent. We could hear that in the phone calls. We can see that, you know, as we start to set these battles up and we start to discuss these opponents. And, of course, we have to do our due diligence to look at where they're at, see what they're involved with, check the temperature, and then, like I said, believe in your idea. You know, we've had so many left field ideas that have worked. They said, don't put Mook and Verb in Club Drum. They fought us for that. We said, just trust us on this. It worked. Don't put Verb and Mook together, period. It worked. You know, Kimbo, it worked. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, it worked. Small Room Battle, it worked. Team versus Team, you know, all these things that we've done. And we're not perfect. We don't have a perfect track record. But best believe that if you see something from RBE, at least the people behind it believe in it. And that's why I think the fans can support it, because they know even these motherfuckers, they're not perfect, but they believe in it. So if they believe in it, at least it's coming from the right place.
Gotcha.
We believe in Jay Mills. You know what I'm saying? Might get up there. I might have said all of that shit. You might get up there and die to K-Shine. You know what I'm saying? But we believe to throw that motherfucker right in the deep water with the sharks. And to no discredit from Jay Mills, he deserves that.
Yeah, he deserved that respect to have the chance to die.
He deserves that.
Against one of the best, you know.
It's like the new Creed coming up, man. You might deserve to be in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, the Drago's son trained a certain way. He trained to kill. You know what I mean? But, you know, my father lost his life behind this. I deserve to be in there. I deserve that shot. However it go. If I believe in myself, I'm taking it. Jay Mills is somebody that I will not allow fans to forget his impact and his importance to battle rap as we know it today.
Can you separate ARP the fan from ARP the business owner?
No, because it's the same person. It's just that even though the idea might have my fan side in it, I'm only going to go but so far if the business doesn't make sense.
Gotcha. So it's impossible to ask. It's impossible to ask you. Do you think, as a fan, that is Jay Mills ready?
It's very possible to ask me that. As a fan, I do believe he's ready. I do know that there's a cocky side to Jay Mills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we heard him talking shit to K-Shine.
It changes tag to GOAT off rip and all of that. And I like that. That's good. Believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? But with that, you know, you're not gonna be a cocky guy, or you're not gonna call yourself the GOAT, or you're not gonna talk your shit to that level. And then by the time you get, you know, ready to start prepping, tell yourself like, man, I don't give a fuck about this shit. No, you don't put your whole reputation and all that shit on the line. You know what I mean? You out here talking your talk. You're talking about killing something. You're talking about being better than your opponent.
Yeah.
If all you could simplify. Fuck trash talk. You could just ask Jay Mills straight up, are you better than K-Shine? If he publicly tells you confidently, yes. As a man, you gotta want to prove that. You gotta want to prove that. K-Shine could have a different plan, but you got to get up on that stage now, and we want to see that you made that attempt, because that's now we're just talking man shit. This is man shit. You know what I'm saying? So I believe he's ready because I see that in his personality. I think that he's willing to stand on and maybe even cocky is the wrong word. I think he's willing to stand on his confidence in himself. So I'm not worried about him prepping. You know, but if I segue off of that real quick, there's one thing that I love that RBE does, and me saying this will hopefully wake other leagues up, because I'm still a fan, even though I'm still giving up game that a lot of people have taken from us and never paid us for. If anything, they've taken game from us and tried to steal from us in other ways. But
hey man, some people can't eat that, man.
It is what it is. But I've spoken a lot of truth, whether people understood it or not. But at the end of the day, man, mystery is a great thing.
Yeah.
Mystery is a great thing in entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we've seen fights, you know, where you got a puncher versus a boxer. You know what I mean? But if Pacquiao catches Floyd that one time, mystery. Will this, you know what I mean? That's the mystery side of things. We just went through that with Los. You know, people start pulling up his old footage. It's a new day, it's a new format, it's a new style of rap, and you know what I mean? Jay Mills got the same thing. This game gets so redundant. I mean, thank God people have pulled innovation and ideas from RBE, because we are truly creatives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're very, very creative with our shit. And thank God we've seen people take on to that, and we've shared energies as well. I don't want to come off like a dickhead. I keep it real. But the same thing goes, the mystery of breaking redundancy, where you don't keep seeing the same people on the same cars and just changing the matchup style to the point where it just all feels like business is business, and if you get some good battles out of it, some good quality out of it, then great. No. You know what I'm saying? RBE will take the risk every once in a while and say, pay King Los to come back. We can't guarantee he's gonna be perfect up there to today's standards, but we're gonna take the risk. You know what I'm saying? Call Verb for Mook. We can't guarantee that the fans, you know, even though they thought, you know, they're ready to see him versus Surf, that they're gonna be happy seeing him versus Verb. Can't guarantee that. We're gonna take that risk. And here we go again, Jay Mills. Can I guarantee you that Jay Mills is about to be the best battler in the game, or he's about to be the GOAT right now? I can't guarantee you that. unless I'm lying and trying to just sell you some shit, and then you're gonna see through me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you that the mystery of it, the game needs. The game needs to do more of that. You know, leagues need to do that more. They need to take risk. They need to go left more, like we do.
I would say this. Shout out to the battle rap fans for round one when a industry guy comes in, because you can tell the silence in round one. They are giving these guys a chance. They not about to boo you. They gave King, like, all right, let's hear what he got. He here. He's on stage. It's his turn up. I feel like round one, anytime an industry guy came in, they give him a chance. I feel like Jay Mill's going to have that chance too. And it's up to him what he does with it.
From one of two factors. A, you can get it from, or one, you can get it from if you have that type of star power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That type of star power, then the fans are going to give you that respect, like you say. That happened with Calico and Lux. You know, the star power and the mystery of Lux's return and the energy of, like, we're about to see Loaded Lux battle. You know, he choked his first round or whatever, and he's sitting there, let me get it together, and he didn't get booed out of that building for that.
Right, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's going on? And we wanted, let's, all right. And King Los got that, you know, in that first round, because his first round was nothing like his second and his third. You know, it was solid, but his second is where he just jumped all the way up. You know what I mean? And the second, the number two reason why you can get that is a mix of the culture of the platform and the environment that it's in. All right? I think Averb and Mook, after 5 years, is the first video on the channel where you can find booing. You know, Mook got booed for damn, what was the punchline? He said, I forget. He said a punchline that he built up to, and the fans gave him a little boo for it, and then Mook, you know, being a commander of the stage like he should be, he said, all right, it's all right, it's all right. And he kept rapping like he's supposed to do. Verb, he had one that I think the crowd was trying to pause, you know, put a pause on, and they booed him for that. You know what I mean? But that's the first battle that I can find on that I can remember and find on the RBE channel where there's ever been booing. Yeah. You know where that comes from? That comes from the culture of the platform and the environment that we're building that culture within. We're building a respectful culture. Like, sometimes you gotta understand, a leader's presentation, a leader's energy that he puts out into the world is gonna greatly affect how the following comes behind. And I've used this example before. Big Meech, you know, he said, if you got a robbing ass boss, you're gonna have a robbing ass team. You got a getting money ass boss, you're gonna have a getting money ass team. If you're the leader, or if you're the head, or if you're the spearhead, or if you're in the front, if you're on the front line, whatever it is, if people are following behind your movement, or they're trusting you to take them to a certain place, then they're gonna become like you over years if they continue to run with you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Presentation of myself being the face of RBE that people identify with, and the spokesperson for RBE is one of respect, is one of humility. You know what I'm saying? I keep a calmness to me. It's just me by nature. It's my personality. It's my character. You know what I mean? So all of that type of energy comes into that venue where you realize, like, you know, we should respect this platform because the person that's heavily involved in putting this all together, that's how he presented this out. See what I'm saying? So sometimes I get back the energy that I put out, and the fans, whether the fans know it or not. Versus you can have a league owner, if they're more arrogant, if they're more, you know, just sporadic with their type of statements or whatever, and it's like, you know, fans will go off of that. You know, so if you act wild and then you got fans in the crowd, they acting wild, boo, 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 whatever, they might be following the host or the league owner. You never know, because that's the path that's being laid. You know what I'm saying? So it could be one or the other, if not both. It could be star power while you get that acceptance and that leniency, or it could be the platform and the energy that platform has promoted and developed a fan base to understand that this is the type of company that we are.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, I did tell you that there was 3 main questions I was shocked that people wanted to know, and through this whole interview, I said 2. Avocado back, boom, but this was the most asked question from battle rap bloggers and fans alike. Is RBE interested in Lux versus Verb?
Who the fuck isn't? So the answer is yes.
You know they want that juice.
Yeah. I think shit. There's not a battle platform that wouldn't host that battle.
Yeah.
Who kidding? You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to any other platform or league, whatever you want to call them. No disrespect to them. But I could tell, we can see it. People are saying it. People are tweeting and talking about it. They want it in one of two places. That battle at this point, you know, and RBE being one of those places. We're humbled by that, period, because it's one of the biggest battles that can happen in battle rap history or in current battle rap of what's left out there for built up mega matches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to be one of the places that the culture and the fans want to see it go down, that within itself is humbling. That's humbling as fuck. I don't look past that. I don't forget, and I don't just skip over shit like that. So salute to all the fans. But that battle hasn't been booked for years because it's not the easiest battle to put together. You know what I'm saying?
It's not the cheapest battle to put together, too.
It's not always just the money. I mean, the money is always going to be major. You know what I'm saying? But to really understand how battle rap ticks, you have to be in it for a little bit. Not just one card, one and done. Not even just 1 year. You have to go through the ups, the downs. You have to have your controversy. You have to go through certain bad business. You have to understand how the environment around you works. You have to understand how people react to you, how people take to you. There's so much you have to learn over time as far as continuing to move through this arena of battle rap. And if you understand that, then you understand that that battle wasn't booked for more reasons than money all of this time. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out to Aver, big shout out to Loaded Lux. But it's just not an easy battle to put together. That doesn't mean that it can't happen. Getting Murder Mook back to battle rap is not an easy situation. It's very hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we made it happen in 5 days. So people hear 5 days and might think that, oh, that means that it's easy. No. That means that we went through 5 days maybe of hell. You never know.
Yeah.
Saying? Sometimes you can make things look easy, but what we have to deal with, shit, deserves a lot of respect. That battle, I think it's gonna get set up. But I'd like to say this. Regardless of where you see that battle happen, I think fans should enjoy it. I think Lux and Verb should get what they deserve out of it. I think the platform should get what they deserve out of it, whoever puts it together. And I think people should leave it there and be happy and let it stamp the battle rap timeline, because hopefully it'll be a great battle. You know, I just don't want people to marry RBE to that battle the way that they're doing right now, because then it begins to be something that defines your success. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's the same thing that I was trying to manage after Mook and Verb. You know, everybody's saying, "What's next? What's next?" You got Eminem coming. Yeah. I try to set an expectation because I understand high expectations, especially where you have fans that maybe set ones that aren't realistic. They can hurt your company because people just throw stuff at you and say, "You're supposed to do this." You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that RBE wouldn't or doesn't want to, but if it doesn't work all the way around the board and it doesn't happen on RBE, or if it happens somewhere else, let's just let it be that. And let's all be happy that the culture is getting the battle. If it happens on RBE, let's praise it. If it happens somewhere else, let's praise it. Don't think that I'm saying this type of shit because I know something.
Yeah.
I'm being real. I'm telling you right now, that battle is not locked in by anybody.
Gotcha. Well, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you have November 3rd, Lifted Soul 5. We already know Ill Will versus Calico, Jim versus QP. I'm sorry, J Mills versus K Shine, QB versus Shuni. We got 2 more battles that'll be on that card. We still got some general admissions, and we possibly got 1 more VIP.
No, 1 more stage pass.
1 more stage pass.
And general admission is up there. The stream will be available for purchase very soon. We'll have a link that's up on from rarebreedent.com. You could always go to rarebreedent.com for everything.
Link will be in the
latest release, our latest announcement, a link to your tickets, and a link to your stream. So just consolidate everything now. From now on, everybody understand that whether you're looking for a stream or whether you're looking for tickets, just go to rarebreedent.com and you're gonna be good always. You're always gonna be good there. So but keep an eye out too on the channel, on the YouTube channel. Because aside from what we know is going down November 3rd, of course you're gonna get some good shit prior to that. You're gonna get a full trailer. I think you might have that full trailer edited by Avocado too. You know what I'm saying? So we might get an Avocado full trailer. You're gonna have a face-off. All right, you're gonna have a face-off.
Any hosts right now for the face-off?
Yeah, there's a host that's all locked in for the face-off of J Mills versus K Shine. I think that's going to be crazy. I don't think people have had an opportunity to see J Mills interact with today's battle rap culture enough on camera. If you know J Mills the way I know J Mills, they'll argue you to death.
Yeah.
And then you take K Shine's aggression. I think that face-off, it could be fireworks.
Yeah, you can have a strong host for that one.
Yeah, J Mills is not a laid-back guy. Like when it comes to going back and forth with somebody, he's opposite from that, and we all know we're very familiar with K Shine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I think the face-off of those 2 guys. And trust me, just tune in when you see that. We will announce a press conference if there be one. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be one. So we'll announce that. Trailers coming. Just keep in tune. More battles coming. Swave and B-Dot on the way. Big K vs. Iron Solomon on the way. Any other battles that we haven't released yet, we'll probably drop 2, including Clean Paper versus J400. So I can see Clean before he touches the stage versus Jims. Shout out to all the fans. Shout out to you for having me on. Shout out to everybody that supports RBE. Shout out to all the battlers and everybody supporting November 3rd. We're trying to make more classics, homie. You know what I'm saying? We in there.
No problem, man, y'all. ARP really think he going somewhere. He gotta know. It's Been Real channel got something for him. But before we go, I just want to give a shout out to Real Money Podcast. If you want to hop into the Discord, the link will be in the description where we talk about battle rap, mixed martial arts, and boxing 24/7. Also, shout out to the Union, I would say RBE again. The Union, DME, Visual, and Battle Rap Opinions. Also, before we go, he got one more thing he got to do. It's called Fifth Quarter. Before we get into Fifth Quarter, I just want you to confirm, do you know anything I'm about to ask you?
Nah.
You have no idea what's
Fifth Quarter is a sick name, but nah.
we gotta do Fifth Quarter. It's a new segment coming up, and you the first guy to come on, man. But shout out to ARP. We about to get into Fifth Quarter right now, and see y'all soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fifth Quarter. In this episode of Fifth Quarter, we always connect as battle rap bloggers and people who interview to the fans. We hear everything the fans want, every dislike they have, every complaint, and they have it for these league owners, but you never get to see the league owner answer for this. So what I want to do for this episode of Fifth Quarter, ARP, I'm going to present you with some ideas coming directly from fans. If they owned a battle rap league, this is what they would do. You get the opportunity to tell them you dumb as fuck, or hold on, that's a very great idea. So you ready for Fifth Quarter?
Yo, let's do it, man. This is sick. All right, man.
All right, man. So the first question in Fifth Quarter says, shun, S-H-U-N. Why can't they sound check lavalier mics with the battle rappers earlier in the day before anyone arrives, like they do sound checks before live concerts or award shows? If I own a battle rap league, I definitely do this. Does this battle rap fan have it right, or what's the problem with this?
Battle rap has it. This battle rap fan has it extremely wrong. Anybody that does live production, it's not just battle rap, test their equipment prior. That goes for cameras, that goes for the sound engineer, that goes for the syncing, that goes for the stream, that goes for the audio, that goes for the lav mics, that goes for the handheld mics. Everything is tested prior. Even the DJ is testing the sound system in the building. What people got to understand is that a live show still presents new variables that change what was tested. For example, let's hone in on the lav mics that you just discussed, right? You can't test that battler XYZ, all of a sudden their chain that was underneath their shirt, or we didn't catch their chain on top of their shirt start hitting the microphone or whatever. You can't catch the fact that when you test the lav mic and you're setting the levels with the engineer, that some battlers scream and change the high points and the low points for what you actually tested out and go over or above those levels during their performance. You know what I'm saying? The only way to test that is if you run every battler through a real scenario prior to them actually taking the stage and doing their live performance. You know what I'm saying? So, certain people, they talk lower, which changes the levels. That's why an engineer is right there in the booth trying to adjust levels in real time as the battle is going, or as the live show and the live performance is going, because levels are changing. You know what I'm saying? You can't account for things like what the battlers wear. You know what I'm saying? The lav mics sometimes tend to be better in the middle of your shirt, right?
Yeah.
But what happens if the only place where you could clip a mic on, you know what I'm saying, is more to the side because of the way that the shirt is cut, or the collar is, or they're wearing an open shirt, or like Pat Stay versus Danny Meyer. You know what I'm saying? He's got a jersey on underneath his shirt, but the jersey cuts low into almost the middle of his chest, which might be too low to put the mic, so you got to clip it off to the side a little bit on his shirt that's opened up. You know what I'm saying? Which will move within itself. You know what I mean? You'll hear people, peak audio sometimes when their chin's tucked down and they perform to where the mic is. You can't necessarily predict that a battler is going to say a bar if you know they're going to be on the right side of the stage. You can't predict that they're always going to turn, you know what I'm saying, to the middle of the stage like this. They might turn around and say a bar towards me, you know what I'm saying, which means their head might be in a different position from what's better for what a mic is. They might turn to the crowd. There's so much that becomes a variable. Now, that's where good engineers, good production crews, people like Avocado, people like Rapmatic, that's where some of these guys come in and they help those situations. They alleviate those situations. They fix those situations in real time. You know what I mean? That's the best that you can do for this type of performance. I know people right now won't think about it and they say, yeah, but we see music events and concerts all the time and they don't have those problems in the middle of them. Yeah, but you're understanding that those people get a chance to rehearse even within the venue. So when you see Beyonce perform, at the award show, she's doing that full performance at the award show in that arena before anybody comes. The person that sings the national anthem, you know what I'm saying, they are there in that ring at that boxing event, at 12 p.m. before the fans come and the TV's cut on, the stream cuts on, the pay-per-view cuts on, all that. They're there in the middle of the ring with the microphone doing the fucking the national anthem, going over it, and they're recording it and they're testing it and they're changing the levels to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is production. Production within battle rap presents so many variables, and we're not bringing the battlers and saying battle before the fans get here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you're gonna love this. You literally just segue into the next battle rap fan. If he was a league owner, question number 2. If I owned the league, I make all battle rappers spit they ish for me. That way I know they ish on time and I don't have to worry about nobody stopping nobody. We tired of that clock ish, son. Good idea or no?
Well, I think the right concept, the wrong approach. All right. I fuck with where he's trying to go with that. You know what I mean? We all hate time limits fucking up battles. I've dropped blogs on that in the past. You know what I'm saying? I think I dropped a blog after Charlie Clips versus Loaded Lux. And the blog is titled, it's on the RB channel, Who's Fucking Up Battles? Is it the league or the battlers? And by the time you get to the end of the blog, I'll make my points on both sides. You realize that I'm blaming both. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we have to direct that more towards the battlers. The battle is an artist. You know what I'm saying? You know how many fans don't know how to count bars? You know how many league owners don't know how to count bars? Why? Because it's not our profession to write music. It's not in our profession to write bars or raps. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we do. You know, but one of my jobs is to actually write the contract. That's my job. So if I write that contract and I present it to an artist, and not only do we have a contractual written agreement, but we actually say it verbally so people are on the same page in case you don't read your contract. This is a 3-minute round limit situation with a 20 to 30 second grace period that's going to land on the closing bar. If you still come in with 5-minute rounds and somebody jumps in and cuts you off and fucks up the round or fucks up the battle, you got to blame the battler for that. You know, and I've said this before. You know, don't get me wrong, a league owner wants as much content as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you think I want more than I paid for? But at the same time, if it's going to mean that your opponent is going to start complaining, or if it's going to mean that we're going to run out of venue time, it becomes a problem for you not doing what's in your contract. So, you know, the league also has a job to time limit battles to the time that we think will produce a good match. So if I got somebody that's long-winded, you know what I'm saying, and building up their bars and doing angles and whatnot, and I think their rounds are longer, it's on me to identify that for the matchup and the battler and try to contract those time limits or negotiate that type of time limit. Then the battler has to honor that and write to it. Gotcha. So he's on point, but it doesn't mean that the fucking league owner should listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you got to remember, if I sit there and listen to it and it lands on 3 minutes, you know, in the building, it's different. When you start going through crowd reaction, when you start going through bringing your bars back to the point where you remember because the crowd reacted, and you might have went 20 seconds back into your round because you got thrown off by the crowd screaming or some shit like that. You can't account for that until you're live in the venue. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of a grace period. So battlers that have been there, done that, understand that aspect, and are pros and veterans in this shit, they account for that as well. They account for that as well. But
now, so the next one is judge battles. My man said, I would try to set up a league versus league judge battle. Take the best from each platform and let them go head to head. I want to see KOD versus Don't Block, URL versus RBE. That's my plan if I ever hit the lottery. ARP, if he hit the lottery, would this be feasible?
You don't need to hit the lottery for it to be feasible for RBE. But it's pretty easy. I'm not cracking the code right now. If you pay attention to battle rap, pay attention to the platforms and how they all coexist, you could tell that we're all divided. You could see that we don't move as a union. You can see that we don't necessarily move in ways that can help the next person. All right? So, for example, if there's a smaller league that wants to do, a smaller platform that wants to do a co-event that's versus RBE, if I accept that challenge and that platform beats me, right? Or even if I accept the challenge, period, I mean, and I expose the RBE following to that event that person doesn't have, that indirectly helps that platform. If I'm the type of league owner that has a problem with another platform getting exposure or light that they may not have at that moment, I wouldn't do it. So if you kind of translate the point that I'm making, understand that there are platforms in the game that they'll bend over backwards, they'll do anything in their power to not give light to situations that they're already trying to stifle. See what I'm saying?
Gotcha,
so,
man.
Yeah. So you don't have to hit the lottery for RBE to do it. In the right situation, we may do it or we may not do it. We're open to it, but I also think that there's a lot of people that are just totally against it regardless. And if they did do it, then they would have to look at, you know, both platforms evenly matched, number for number, viewership for viewership, subscriber for subscriber, you know what I'm saying? And then it would have to make sense where they feel like it's beneficial to us because we need that right now. You know, I think people feel like if we don't need it, we're not going to do it. RBE is a little bit more into like, we don't necessarily have to need to do it to want to do it, because if it's a good look for everybody involved and the fans are going to enjoy it, we on board. But nobody hold your breath for that shit.
Gotcha. ARP, you have successfully survived the 5th quarter, man. So
my man, appreciate you for supporting that, man. Shout out to you as always. Thank you for having me. November 3rd, everybody go to rarebreedent.com. The pre-sale live stream will be up very soon. Tickets are still on sale. I think there's one more stage pass and general admission that's up there right now. Return of Jay Mills, the pioneer to battle rap, taking on the veteran K-Shine. You know, you got Calico versus Ill Will grudge match up there. You got the Gyms versus Clean Paper grudge match. And you got the two most disrespectful female battlers in the game, QB Black Diamond versus Shuli the Rapper, finally squaring off as well. So November 3rd, we're aiming to make some more classics. Be in the building or on the stream to be a part of history yet again. RBE is the movement.
Holla.